Parking can sometimes be a struggle for students. For the hundreds of students who live on the south side of campus, there are a limited number of parking spaces close to residence halls, leaving them with no other option but to park in one of the garages on the other side of campus.
For me, parking has been fairly interesting. There's been some times where I've been able to find a good spot relatively close to where I live, but generally I'm always parking far from here across campus in the garages.
A majority of parking spaces for students are located in the Shakespeare and Cervantes parking garages on the north side of campus. They hold 805 and 693 spots respectively.
What's really interesting about parking is, and you find this on any college campus, is there's usually plenty of parking, but it's not parking that people want.
Chief Jeffrey Garuski has been Eastern's Chief of Police and Director of Public Safety for the past 15 years.
They want convenient parking. Faculty want convenient parking. Students want convenient parking. But over the last 10 or 12 years or so, we've added about 600 parking spaces with the new garage on campus and some of the new construction.
These 5 spots that are in between the high-rise and low-rise apartments and right next to Nutmeg and Laurel Halls are prime real estate for anyone living here in the area, constantly being fought over by students right here on the south side of campus. Some consider getting one of the few parking spots as a competition amongst friends.
I've had a few times where I found a spot on my way out when I'm leaving for home, and I'll tell my buddy, and I'll hold the spot while he gets his car, and he'll bring it up and park in there, just so we make sure one of us has it. So if we're ever going somewhere, we're close. When you have one, it kind of gives you, like, I don't know, you feel a sense of power almost, like you don't want to give it up.
Over time, students have come up with their own different strategies trying to secure a prime spot.
This is usually my first stop when trying to find parking right here, these 5 spots.
Josh always has a backup if he can't get one of the coveted 5 spots.
After having no luck in all the southern lots, usually last resort is to go find a spot in Shakespeare or Cervantes. And usually we're trying to get a spot in Shakespeare because it's just a tiny bit closer.
In April of 2016, Eastern released a master plan update highlighting potential projects over the next decade that the university may take on in an effort to expand the campus. According to the plan, there are a total of 2,939 parking spaces throughout all the lots and 2 garages on campus, with one key finding of the plan being that parking is adequate but imbalanced, with more in the north than the south. Also included is a plan to add another parking garage on the south side of campus, something that officials say is still a few years away.
In the master plan, there is a call for a parking garage to accommodate the south end of campus. We think that's going to be somewhere in the area of Prospect, and you would enter off a Prospect. It would sort of be a parking garage where, you go up a couple levels.
The plan also points out that the campus has few remaining clear development sites, and some land is occupied by low-density, obsolete buildings, making it difficult to add another garage until more extensive renovations are done.
On a liberal arts college or liberal arts university, the goal is to have the parking on the perimeter of the campus so that the center of the campus is the hub. It's the academic hub, it's the social hub.
After Josh drove all around campus with no luck in finding a spot, he was left to take one in the parking garage. He timed his walk back to his dorm.
Eight minutes and 45 seconds.
Security can also be a concern for students having to make this walk alone or late at night after class.
We make every effort to take students that feel that they're not safe to walk either from the parking garage to South Campus. We will take them there. We've had a lot of improvements on campus with video cameras. We've increased the number of cameras on campus, high quality video, so we can really follow people that are walking campus. There's very few spaces you can go outside where you're not on video.
Public Safety has also introduced the new Live Safe app that gives students another way to stay safe when walking around campus.
When you think of the blue phones on campus, the blue phones are that's the old technology. They're stable, they're in one spot. You have to get yourself to a blue phone to push a button to report an emergency. When you have the Live Safe app on your phone and you have it open, you have every possible thing you could do to contact law enforcement, to report an emergency, to report a safety issue, to have a family or friend follow you virtually.
Those students are left to park in spaces that aren't the closest. School officials are always putting student safety first.
I know that it's not convenient for South Campus. We get that. But I think with some of the security improvements that we're making it safer for individuals to make that walk. But we also know that we need to have another parking garage, and that is in the works, but it's down the road.
Tyler Madden, ETV News.